Paddy Pimblett has officially responded to Ilia Topuria's latest comments, reigniting one of the UFC's most heated rivalries. During a recent press conference in Spain, the reigning featherweight champion Ilia Topuria addressed his future plans, upcoming fight possibilities, and even dropped Pimblett's name as a potential opponent, a call-out that quickly drew attention across the MMA world. Speaking confidently to reporters, Topuria teased that he may headline the UFC's first-ever Paramount card, saying, "It's very possible." When asked who he would like to face, Topuria didn't hesitate to mention his longtime rival. "3 people I'd like to fight? Definitely Paddy. We have history, and I think that's the fight everyone wants to see," he said, before pausing and adding with a grin, "I think you all want me to do that thing that I can't say out loud." The statement, both bold and cryptic, immediately sparked conversation online, with fans speculating about whether the long-awaited matchup could finally become a reality. Not one to stay silent, Paddy Pimblett quickly fired back on social media. Responding to Topuria's comments, the Liverpool star posted a photo of himself shrugging with the caption, "Why hasn't I signed the contract yet?" His post instantly went viral, drawing thousands of likes and comments as fans debated whether the UFC would finally book the fight that has been teased for years. The rivalry between Pimblett and Topuria dates back to a tense altercation during UFC London Fight Week in 2022, when the two nearly came to blows backstage. Since then, both men have traded insults online and in interviews, keeping the feud alive even as their careers progressed in different directions. Topuria has since climbed to the top of the featherweight division, while Pimblett continues his rise in the lightweight ranks, maintaining his reputation as one of the most charismatic and polarizing figures in MMA. The potential clash between the two could easily serve as a main event for the UFC's Paramount debut, a blockbuster matchup that would attract massive fan interest given their history and contrasting personalities. Meanwhile, questions remain about other contenders like Justin Gaethje, who has publicly stated he either wants a title shot next or will retire from the sport. As the UFC calendar for 2025 begins to take shape, one thing is clear. The rivalry between Ilia Topuria and Paddy Pimblett isn't going away anytime soon, and fans are more eager than ever to see it settled inside the octagon. Umar Nurmagomedov is heading into UFC 321 under immense pressure, both physically and mentally, as he prepares to make his return to the octagon. Following a difficult setback that included a broken hand and a loss to Merab Dvalishvili, the talented bantamweight contender is determined to bounce back stronger and reclaim his path toward title contention. In a recent interview with MMA Junkie, renowned coach Javier Mendez from the American Kickboxing Academy, aka, shed light on the intense pressure surrounding Umar ahead of his upcoming bout against Mario Bautista. "There's extreme pressure on him," Mendez said. "You have to understand that he carries the Nurmagomedov name, and there's a lot of honor that comes with it. Usman, his brother, is undefeated. Khabib was undefeated. Umar was also undefeated before his last fight. Naturally, there are expectations and comparisons that come with that legacy." Mendez explained that Umar's rise had been reminiscent of Khabib's early career, earning him the nickname, Young Eagle. But after his recent loss, the expectations have only intensified. "You've got to be realistic," Mendez continued. "He's under a lot of pressure to rebound. It's not just about skill, it's about mental strength. He's been through a challenging recovery, both physically and mentally. But one thing about Umar is that he's a true fighter. He's a fierce competitor, and he wants this more than anyone." According to Mendez, Umar's determination has been evident in his recent training sessions. "He showed us yesterday in sparring that he's back. I base everything on what I see in the gym, not on what they say. And what I've seen from him lately has been incredible. His focus, intensity, and technique have all reached another level." Despite his immediate focus being on Mario Bautista, Umar remains aware that Merab Dvalishvili has already expressed interest in a rematch. Dvalishvili has stated his desire to run things back and secure an even more decisive win, should the opportunity arise. In response, Nurmagomedov made it clear that he wouldn't back down from any challenge. "I can't say I won't fight him because I'm scared or don't want to give him a chance," Umar said. "That's not a champion's mindset. He can talk all he wants, we'll see what happens." With UFC 321 fast approaching, all eyes are on Umar Nurmagomedov as he looks to silence the pressure, restore his momentum, and prove once again why he belongs among the elite of the bantamweight division. Rumors are swirling that Alexander Volkanovski and Diego Lopes could be the next major matchup inside the octagon. Despite initial speculation that Lerone Murphy's stunning knockout victory over Aaron Pico would earn him the next featherweight title shot, it now appears the UFC may be leaning toward booking a rematch between Volkanovski and Lopes instead. Following Murphy's highlight reel finish, many fans believed his name was at the top of the contender list. However, recent social media posts from both Murphy and Lopes suggest a different direction. Murphy took to social media earlier this week with a cryptic message, writing, "Some of us take the stairs, some take the elevator. Either way, same destination." When a fan asked if he would be fighting for the title in February, Murphy responded, "Me too, but it'll come in due time," hinting that his opportunity may not come as soon as expected. At the same time, Diego Lopes posted a mysterious update of his own, sharing a series of emojis that fans quickly interpreted as a sign that something big was on the horizon. Coming off a massive victory over Gene Silva at the UFC Noche event, Lopes has been rapidly climbing the ranks and capturing fan attention with his exciting fight style and charisma. A potential rematch with Volkanovski would mark a significant opportunity for Lopes to prove himself among the division's elite. Volkanovski, the longtime featherweight king, is reportedly eyeing a strong comeback after recent setbacks in his career. His first encounter with Lopes was a thrilling bout that showcased both fighters' skill, resilience, and determination. With both men now at different stages in their careers, a second meeting could provide fans with an even more explosive matchup. While the UFC has yet to make an official announcement, all signs point toward Volkanovski vs Lopes 2 being in serious discussion for early next year. The pairing makes sense for the promotion. It offers Volkanovski a chance to reassert his dominance while giving Lopes the spotlight to prove he belongs among the very best. As anticipation builds, fans eagerly await confirmation from the UFC. Whether it's a rematch for redemption or an opportunity for a rising star to shock the world, Volkanovski vs Lopes 2 could be one of the most talked about fights of 2025. Alex Pereira has once again stirred the MMA world by revealing why he's pushing for a potential super fight with Jon Jones, a matchup that could define his legacy. While some fans and analysts have expressed concern about Pereira moving up to heavyweight, the reigning UFC light heavyweight champion appears fully committed to the idea, believing it's the next logical step in his extraordinary career. In a recent interview conducted in Portuguese on *Connect Cast, Pereira explained his mindset and motivation behind targeting the fight. "I've always talked about this fight, about moving up to heavyweight," Pereira said. "But then I told myself, man, stay in your weight class. I wanted to protect my health, but now I'm 38 years old. At this stage in my career, I have to think about what fights make the most sense, and I believe this is the one that needs to happen." Pereira went on to emphasize that even Jon Jones himself had acknowledged the significance of the matchup. "Jon Jones was talking about this fight too," Pereira noted. "And when I think about what he said the other day, that Alex is a much more important fight, I agree with him. We're both big names in the sport. No matter what happens in that fight, nobody loses." Following his recent victory over Magomed Ankalaev, Pereira has made it clear that his ambition goes far beyond simply defending his light heavyweight belt. The Brazilian powerhouse has his eyes set on making history by becoming the first ever three-division champion in UFC history, a feat that would solidify his place among the greatest combat athletes of all time. But Pereira's ambitions don't end there. He also confirmed his long-term plan to test himself in the boxing ring. "I'm definitely going to box," he stated confidently. "When I got into kickboxing, nobody believed in me. The same thing happened when I switched to MMA, and now with boxing, people doubt me again. I don't care. I just want to fight. It's not about money for me, it's about challenge. I want to be the best." While questions remain about how his devastating power and precision will translate to boxing, Pereira has already had a brief taste of it, holding a 1-0 professional record with a TKO win from 2017. As talk of Pereira vs Jones continues to build momentum, fans can't help but wonder whether this dream matchup could soon become reality, a battle between two modern legends for the ages. Recently, Jon Jones once again became the center of online attention after a viral video sparked a wave of reactions from the MMA community. The clip, which quickly made its way across social media platforms, showed the UFC heavyweight champion playfully interacting with Hasbulla Magomedov, the internet personality and MMA community favorite, during what appeared to be a lighthearted moment on a couch. In the footage, Hasbulla can be seen jokingly covering Jones' face with a pillow while both laughed and pretended to wrestle. Although the interaction seemed innocent at first, fans online began to focus on Jones' body language, claiming he appeared overly animated during the exchange. Within hours, social media erupted with memes, comments, and jokes, as fans humorously roasted Jones for what they perceived as an awkward and exaggerated reaction. The MMA community is known for its sharp sense of humor, and this incident was no exception. Twitter and Reddit threads filled up with countless reactions, ranging from disbelief to amusement. Many users poked fun at the situation, referencing Jones' controversial past and his tendency to attract headlines outside the cage. Some joked about the noises Jones made during the clip, while others exaggeratedly called the video one of the most ridiculous things they've ever seen. A few fans humorously commented that Hasbulla, known for his playful energy and quick reactions, had never moved that fast before, implying that even he was startled by Jones' behavior. Others took the opportunity to bring up Jones' past controversies, adding a layer of irony to the discussion. Memes and captions dubbing him mythical fighter, bricked up Jon Jones, spread rapidly across social platforms, highlighting how quickly the MMA audience can turn a small viral moment into a trending joke. While the video itself appeared to be nothing more than playful banter, the online reaction reflected how closely fans watch every move from one of the sport's most polarizing figures. Jones, a dominant force inside the octagon, often finds himself under a microscope outside of it, and this viral moment was yet another reminder of that dynamic. Though the clip was ultimately harmless, the internet once again proved that no moment involving Jon Jones goes unnoticed. Whether he's winning world titles or engaging in lighthearted antics with Hasbulla, Bones continues to draw attention, for better or worse, from the ever-watchful MMA community.